I just started talking about that trauma, right? I want to bring you in real quick to talk about trauma bonds. This is another area that, again, traditional therapy, traditional counseling does not understand. So can you help people kind of understand? I'm going to replace the little spotlight here. Can you help people understand trauma bonds? What are they and how can we help them break?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So super quick, just a super quick overview of those trauma bonds. So that feeling of being pulled back in, even when you know it's not right, something's not sitting right. There's a part of you saying, I deserve more. And I just want to stop there and say that this is incredibly common. It happens an awful lot. Okay. And the other thing I want to point out as well is that this is not you just making bad decisions. This is your nervous system doing exactly what it is designed to do. This is this is what the nervous system was designed to do. Because what's happening here, it's not random, it's what we call a cycle. So that would be pain, disconnection, confusion, and then comes the relief. Okay, so I'll just go through that a little bit more. So you go through a hurtful situation, then there might be some distance or some disconnect, and those questions start coming through, like, what on earth is going on? And then maybe there's suddenly a shift in your partner, a shift in their behavior. So maybe you notice they soften around the edges a little bit. Maybe they apologize. Or there's, that moment of closeness. And your body literally goes, oh, finally, like this is what I wanted. Okay. And that relief hits hard because you have been suffering so much pain. Okay. So that is what I would call the hook, this hook. It's a cycle. Okay. And then your nervous system starts to link the two together. So the same person becomes the source of the pain and the relief from the pain. Okay. So now, it looks like that pain, disconnection, confusion, relief, and then repeat. And it just goes in that cycle. And it's the relief that keeps you stuck in it. Okay. And so just to kind of make it maybe a little bit more tangible, it's the same mechanism behind kind of a gambling addiction. So somebody plays, they lose, pain. Okay. But then they win the next time and they feel relief. So you're spurred on to play again. Okay. Lose, win, repeat. And they stay hooked, going round and round, waiting for that high of winning again. Okay. We also see this in childhood dynamics. So maybe a parent could be the source of love one moment and then cold and distant and withdrawn the next. So the pain and the relief is coming from the same place. And that is a trauma bond. So when you catch yourself thinking, why do I still want this? Why can't I let go? Why do I feel so drawn to go back to this person? It's not because you're choosing it on a logical level, okay? It's because your nervous system has learned this pattern. And that's why you can't think your way out of it, okay? That's been such a theme for this webinar. We cannot think our way out of this pattern because it's not in your head, it's in your body, okay? And the work is retraining your nervous system so that it can feel safe and fine and find that relief without needing the cycle, without needing that person. And that's how you start to break the bond.
Sarah, thank you so much. This is one of those topics, right? Like people throw this term this term around a lot, this trauma bond, but they don't really understand what it is. So, Sarah, that was a great explanation. And the gambling thing just fits perfectly. I'll just add one other thing. Um, Unfaithful partners can form trauma bonds with affair partners, right? So the unfaithful partner is doing something with an affair partner that is not obviously correct. It's not right. They know it. They're feeling the shame. That's the pain, right? What do? They text an affair partner, or they call, or they send an email, and then they get a response. Ah, that's relief from the pain. But then they feel guilty. So now they're back in pain again. So they send another email, or they make a date for lunch, or whatever that is they're going to do. And now they have that relief. So we as human beings, and again, don't get caught up on the phrase trauma bond, but we train our nervous systems to behave in certain ways. So part of your healing is to recognize, become aware of what you're bonded to, and then heal the areas so that you can break the bond. Okay.